Starting, and we are live. Okay. Describe the collection data procedures. So we have two different groups that we want to collect, and it's going to be the times measuring how long the assembly line is before and after the implication of the new procedure. So we will have samples from the before, and then we will have a second set of matching samples after. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 3. Did you have anything else?
Nope.
I didn't want to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Okay, describe the data. In a short paragraph, use summary statistics to describe the data. After the paragraph, insert your graph. The D with the bar over it equals plus or minus 1.056. And then you're going to have pre and post numbers. That'll be the 2.596 and n equals 9. And then we'll have our histogram.
Yeah. So this was like super weird. So I did it on both ways, where I did the pre minus the post and the post minus the pre. And it actually gives you a different mean and standard deviation. Like not terribly different, but it's like slightly. So I checked on the answer key. I don't know if anybody else did that. But
Well, you should do post minus pre though, right?
Yeah.
so that's what I did, but then I looked at the answer key and it was different.
Different. Did you put your numbers in correctly?
The key just said depending on which way you subtracted.
Yeah. So like I don't know if that made a difference with my numbers or what.
So maybe it doesn't always have to be post minus pre, but whichever, I don't know, like if you're looking to see if it's less than, then you'll subtract the lesser numbers.
Yeah, however you figured your question, or how you wanted to find your answers.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense. I thought it was always post minus pre, but
That's what I thought too.
we find differently.
Hey, if they'll find a way to change this on us, they will.
Enough.
But that sounds right. I got that.
Awesome.
Okay, let's do the best turn.
Oh, yeah.
You can just do 4A if you want, and then we can go in order still.
What type of hypothesis test is appropriate? This is the one where we're looking for T instead of Z. I don't really know how to answer that question. I don't know what all of the different hypothesis tests are called.
Yeah.
I think it's a marked paired test. A matched paired test. Is that right?
Okay.
Versus possibly finding a t-test or with a z-score unknown, or a t-test with, I think those are our hypothesis tests. Does that sound right to other people?
Yeah.
And then I can answer B too. What are the requirements for this test? You have to have a simple random sample and a normal distribution.
Okay. Yeah. Does everybody agree?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. So my turn. Compute the differences between two times and determine if the requirements are met for this test. So for this, I did a QQ plot to see if it was normal. Did anybody else do the QQ plot?
QQ plot.
Yeah,
No,
so,
I wasn't able to get on SPSS, so I don't have any of that information at the time. I'm trying to pull it up now.
So, they weren't very normally distributed. They were like kind of in a straight line, but they were just, I don't know, not very close to the line.
It was very up there.
Yeah.
So the requirements are not met.
Yeah, so they're not met.
So we fail to reject. Okay, D, continue with the test regardless of what you found in Part C. Compute the test statistic. So that'll equal T equals 1.22 or negative 1.22.
That's what I got.
Wait, what? Say that again?
T equals 1.22 or negative 1.22. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, so my turn.
Yeah.
All right, state the degrees of freedom. So it'd be n minus 1.
1, yep.
That would be 8.
Yep.
Well, it was easy.
Okay, we can, I think, skip Beth because I think she is taking care of her baby.
Okay.
So, compute the p-value to the alpha level. And is this... Okay, I wasn't sure if this is a one-sided or two-sided tail test, so I got 0.257.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah, me too. It's a two-tailed test because hold on. It is not a two-tailed test, is it?
It is.
So,
If it's
therefore,
Or not equal to, right?
Yeah, because that's what back in 4A was said.
Yeah. Okay.
Details.
So it would be 0.257 then.
so it is a one-tailed test?
Two-tailed. Wait, what?
Two-tailed. Okay, so when do you divide by 2? If it's a 1 or 2?
When it's 1.
1 is 1, okay.
And that's like if HO equals whatever, and then HA is greater or less than. If it's not equal to, it's a two-tailed. If it's greater or less than, then it's a one-tailed.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because if you look at the applet, and if it's not equal to like the middle portion, which is what HO would be, that would be a side on the right and a side on the left that it could be. So that makes it two-tailed.
Okay, awesome. Okay. I believe it is Susan's turn.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
My SPSS. Make a decision. Do you reject the null hypothesis or fail to reject it? And the p-value was greater than the A, so therefore we fail to reject the null hypothesis.
Okay, so I'm H. It says present your conclusion, and that would be that we have an insufficient evidence to say that we have insufficient evidence to say that the time to make 100 products is different than the time it takes after the new procedure has been put into place.
Yep. Beth, do you think you're okay to do I?
Yeah. That rather than testing a hypothesis, now say you just wanted to estimate the mean difference between wait times at the 95% level, what would you do? I feel like I get the hard ones.
Really? But you do so well with them.
Not today.
Aw.
Okay.
So for this one, I found it on SPSS, but I'm not quite sure how to find it. with writing it out.
Oh, wait, I think I know what it's asking. So
90. All right, go ahead.
it's looking for the mean difference between the wait times, and that just means that that's the 1.056, is that right?
But we're not doing a hypothesis test.
Oh.
At a 95% level. So we want to, because of the 95% level part, are we looking for maybe a confidence interval for a 95% thing?
So
I believe so.
we're getting the T-score thing and then getting the percentile maybe?
So when we get the T-score, I believe the 95% thing is on like that same row on the far right.
Now, are we doing 2 confidence level tests?
I believe.
Because we have 2 different scores, we wouldn't want just one, right?
Yeah. So I think that like the positive and negative signs just switch.
Yeah, the way they had it in the answer key.
Yeah, I really don't even know what this question is asking.
What did you say about the answer key, Susan?
That's what the numbers were in the answer key. They had negative 3.0508 and 0.9397, and then they had the opposites of that number again.
So a negative and then a positive, but same numbers, but negative and positive on the different numbers.
Yeah. So it just didn't seem that the procedure changed anything.
And so it didn't, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so that answers the last number 5. It didn't. They'll have to find another way to reduce the time because this didn't make any statistically significant difference.
That poor manager has to go do something else.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you find that when you find T.
Yeah, because they have the confidence in it.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Homework choke you up.
This homework is killing me over here. So we're ready to go on?
I think so. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
We'll see how this.
Do we have to have SPSS open for the group meeting?
I don't think it says on the outside, but who knows when we. I'm trying to get to it. I looked at it earlier today, but.
Oh, because you can save for later. How about that? There's 18 questions on here. What?
Oh.
This whole reject and not reject is messing me up. I'm not so confident on this.
Me either.
So basically, if P is less than the level of significance, then you reject it, but if it's greater than, you don't reject it. Is that right?
Yes, that part I understand, and well, at least that's how I understand it. But the part that is like when it says like yes because we failed to reject the hypothesis or no because we failed to reject the hypothesis. I'm like, I don't know. I just am rejecting the hypothesis.
Like, I know, like, when we do our group meeting and then, like, in our homework quizzes, it's, like, giving you all these things and you're like, oh, I have to think now. Why?
What's with all this thinking?
I know. Thank goodness for sometimes those 2 times doing the homework.
Oh, I know.
Absolutely. Last week, on the first time I did it, I got an F, which is the first time I got anything other than an A. It was horrible. On my first try, and then I went back and did it again. I got it, and I got a good grade. But I was in Las Vegas, and I'm like, I don't care, and I just was doing it, and I like did it, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should care a little bit more than that.
Funny.
Oh, who starts?
Let's see. We'll just do the same order. Or where did we leave off at?
I just answered that last one.
Okay, so who's after Susan?
Brenda.
Oh,
I wrote it down.
Here's Susan. Okay, I can do that. Suppose we have a set of paired data. Let D equals x after minus x before. The null hypothesis is H equals 0. The alternative hypothesis is it does not equal 0, and the population deviation standard is not known. Jordan collects a sample size of n and computes b equals 0.22 and standard deviation of the samples of 3.3. What is the value of this test statistic? I have no idea what this is asking.
okay, let's see.
Jordan collects a sample of n.
So do we use is this a paired sample, the paired sample equation?
Yeah, it says set of paired data.
Okay, yeah, so it's d bar minus 0, because that's the null hypothesis, and then divided by SD, which is 3.3, divided by the square root of 9.
That one. Okay.
So it's going to be 2.2 minus 0 divided by 3.3 divided by the square root of 9. Which I got 2.
Sorry, my calculator on my phone's not turning, so I can't do big things, like the square root of something. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Do you take 2.2 and subtract 3.3?
No, you subtract 0 because that's the null hypothesis. And then you divide it by 3.3 divided by square root of 9. But you have to make sure your parentheses are like in the right spot.
Okay, my phone's not working and my calculator's not turning, so I can't do the square root or anything like that. Why aren't you turning? Okay, let me try this again. 2.2 minus 0, right?
Yeah.
And that's on top.
And then divided by 3.3. And then I guess the square root of 9 is 3.
3.3 divided by 3?
Yeah.
That's 1.1.
But
Okay,
so
I got 2 as well.
okay, awesome.
Yes, I did too.
Cool beans. Okay, let's see. Is it Beth's turn? Are you okay to go, Beth, or?
Do you want me to go?
I can do it if I can do it in my head, because I don't really have hands.
Okay, well, we'll help you.
The probability of being greater than 2 is 0.0403. Use the alternative hypothesis to determine the p-value for this test, that would just be the opposite? Or, man, I'm really struggling this lesson.
I am too, Beth. I don't know what's going on.
Greater than 2.
I'm not really sure. I don't even know how to find the p-value with my calculator.
Well, we've got to do the applet, right?
Oh, what do you put in the applet?
2? I don't know.
The probability being greater than.
Oh, my lands. Wait, but do we... Oh.
Since it says probability is greater than 2, do you put the 0403 on the right side?
That's what I'm wondering, if we use that number. Because they're not really giving us data to...
So, 0.0403 is a p-value, right?
That's what I was wondering.
It is, because it's the probability of it being greater than 2. It's that whole area.
Use HA.
Not right.
It is not 0. Determine... I don't...
What is HA?
Chase?
That it's not 0?
Not 0.
0. Not equal to 0. Oh my goodness.
I'm not entirely sure. Man.
Should we... Why didn't they go over this problem in the videos?
I don't know, because I'm looking through the book right now for this week, and this must be the same as finding from last p-value from last few weeks or something like that, I guess. Work. Okay, so do we need to pull up the applet? Let's see. Read the framework.
Well, I've got the applet up, but what do we put in it?
The z-score should be 2, right?
Is it 2 or is it point something something something?
Or is that the...
So is it? This is what I'm thinking. This is my thoughts. That we put in 0.0403 and then shade everything to the right because it's greater.
So when you put in 0.0403, everything to the right, I mean, the z-score would be 1.747.
Okay, now the question is that right? Because that's what I would do. The thing that's causing me to wonder is it says use HA to determine the p-value for this test.
Yeah, do we have to do some math before we use the applet?
That's what I'm wondering. The alternative.
Just which math do we do?
That's the question.
Because
What in the world?
Chapter 12, Data B. We do have to pull up SPSS. I think we should skip it and come back to it after a little bit.
yeah, I agree. Okay, let me see here.
Oh my gosh.
So where's chapter 12 data A to answer these questions?
I'm trying to pull it up in SPSS.
Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Well, let's not do that right now.
Hey, what's the probability of that happening?
I don't know.
Uh,
How are you feeling?
frustrated.
Okay, where does it say to find the thing? Because I'm trying to pull it up and
The bottom of 4 it says use the data. Yeah, in number 5, use the data file chapter 12 data A. Is it from in the lesson? Oh goodness.
That's weird.
Yes, I know.
I don't see data A in our lesson at all.
I'm not finding it either.
Well, the good news is we're already 36 minutes into our thing and we've only answered 3 questions.
Do you think it's like where all the files are?
So I wonder.
Are you guys doing the next question and you're stuck again?
Yep.
We're trying to find the file.
I'm still trying to figure out the last question, so you guys go ahead.
Okay.
This is so fun.
This is just crazy. Like,
So I so don't get what's going on right now. It's like I didn't do any studying. It's like I came to this and I haven't read anything.
Yeah, no.
okay, let's see.
Like we are on the right lesson, right? That's how
12.
right now.
Uh-huh.
Well, they have 3 files in the reading and none of them are called chapter data A.
Yeah,
I think we're having to look in the.
data A.
We've got pine beetle and man.
The Mahoan. Guys, I have no idea where this file is.
So if you go, I believe, let's see. So I think you have to go back in previous lessons. So I went back to lesson 11, homework 11, where it asks, you'll use the data file rates of return. If you click on rates of return, it takes you to that page of like all those.
Right.
And then I think it's on there. Just go up to C, chapter 12, data A.
Did you find it already?
Yes, I think this is the right one. But I'm trying to plug it into my computer. Or like into SPSS.
I the answer for number 4.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
So they're just asking for the p-value for the test. So in order to find the p-value, you have to take the test statistics score and put it where the z-score goes. So that's 2, and then it's double-sided. So you're going to take both sides, and that was 0.046.
And that's for number 3?
That was 4. 0.046. Number 3 is just 2.
Okay.
Okay, so 0.046. All right, Brenda, were you able to?
Almost. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I just barely got it into
Yeah, you're right. That is in the list of the lesson.
So,
Crazy.
but like it's just weird that they didn't give us like a link to go right to it.
Gosh.
Okay.
And then for the next one we have to have data file B.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get open. I think Kelly has it open, but I'm trying to find it as well. Here we go. Okay, data file. Whoa. Okay, chapter 12, data file B, right?
Well, I think we're doing A first.
Okay, I'll get them both open then. Okay, A. Okay, I got the file for A. What am I looking for?
Okay, let's see. We are number 5. What is D?
Okay.
I'm trying to remember.
Is this the transform one, or is this...
Oh my gosh, I know. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, it is. I'm looking back at our homework. So, yeah, depending on which one you subtract, pre or post. Okay. So,
So I'm going to go to transform, and I go to
Compute.
compute variable, right?
Yep, that's where I'm going. And then, are we going to take...
Does it say which one we should do?
No.
Okay, then let's do post minus 3, I guess. I'm going to take 2. Wait, what's my question first? And we just want to find out if they're the same, so we want to see if we get a 0. So we're going to do this one. U minus U.
So you're doing pre minus post, right?
I did 2 minus 1.
2 minus 1. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing then.
It's so weird because in the book it specifically says post minus pre.
Does it? Well, that's what I'm doing. Okay, now I do... Okay, entered my variables. What do I do after that? I forgot. Hold on. Let me pull these in. This is so much fun not knowing.
How did you even find that file?
We had to go back into lesson 11 and pull up everything.
Oh, okay.
wasn't doing this.
Kelly, are you did the numeric expression, group 2 minus group 1, right?
Yes, and I got the differences. And then I'm trying to think where we go to find the...
Wait, how did you get the differences then? Did you push enter or something like that?
Oh, yeah. So you push the OK button.
My OK button's not lit.
I was up to my knees, and I did walk the street.
So you take group 2 minus group 1 in numeric expression, right?
I just
Don't show
did the
Go on, shovel it off.
minus sign. So I just did
You're around, you take out some.
I love you.
the second one minus the first one. And then mine lit up.
Yeah, because... what am I doing wrong? Did you do a function group or something? Am I forgetting a step?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Group 2 minus group...
I didn't click any of those. That's really weird.
Because I can't push OK. It won't let me.
Maybe try exiting out of it and then just go back into it.
Okay, so I take transform, compute variables,
And
Group
then
2, group minus group
Do we have-
1.
Do we have group 2 in the first box and group 1 in the second box?
I don't know.
I think just in the row it's in. The first row is 1 and the second row is 2. And then our third row will be differences.
Yeah, I still can't hit enter. This is really stupid.
Can you screen share?
Yeah. Where's my screen here? Whoa.
Hey, it's like in the temple.
That was weird.
Oh.
Okay. Here's this. Oops.
All I got was a warning. a variable list is listed in the one-to-one that is not in the variables list. Like, thank you very much.
Okay, so here's my group A.
Okay, yeah.
And so I went to transform, compute variable, and then I took group 2 and sliced it over and pushed minus my group 1 and put it over. Right?
Yeah, maybe in the top box, write differences. I don't know, maybe.
Just D?
Yeah, that might work.
just the
Now let you
title.
push OK. It wanted you to put a title.
What the? Did you put a title in yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote difference.
Oh, do you need a title for the third column?
You don't
Yeah.
need one.
Well,
I
is that
mean,
what
you
I'm waiting for?
That's why I won't let you push it OK, apparently. There you go. For the first one, did you get 32?
Yeah.
Okay. And then negative 35.3?
Yep.
Okay. So we have the same answers.
Yep.
Awesome.
And then this ridiculous number of 212.
Yep.
Oh, I had to label it. I'm sorry, I didn't label it.
No, you're okay.
So
That's
now
weird.
we need to analyze then.
My numbers
Okay, now we
sound like yours.
Did you make sure you did 2 minus 1?
I don't think I did.
What is D? So
D.
now we take all of this, and we were trying to find the mean, right? So we go to
Analyze, just statistics, and then explore. And we're trying to find the difference.
wait, what? We're trying to find the difference.
The difference mean, right?
Okay. Okay, so the mean is negative 31.025. Is that what you got? Or am I looking at the right one?
That's what I got. Mean negative 1.025.
Is that what D is?
Yes.
Yeah, C bar is the mean difference.
Is the mean difference, and what's SD
That's the standard deviation of the difference.
of D? Right. Okay. So it is then negative 31.025.
And then SD is standard deviation is 341.157. 341.157.
341.157.
That's what I have.
All right.
What is the test statistic? That
Okay.
is. Wait.
So this one we have to go do something.
Okay, so now we have to go back to here and we do analyze, compare means, one sample, t-tests.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
And difference. And it's a 0. Okay. So T is negative 0.407.
Yeah, that's what I got too. The p-value, it's a two-sided, so it would be 0.689.
Yep.
Because it is two-sided, so yeah, so you have to divide it.
Wait, what did you get for the T?
Oh, sorry.
Negative 0.407.
Okay, that's what I
That's good. And then what did you get for the p-value?
31.689.
Okay, that's what I got too.
And then, so, since it's greater than, we fail to reject it.
Correct.
Susan, are you doing okay?
No, I'm not. I
Oh.
finally got my difference column correctly. 32.10 for the first one.
But you got to do 3 decimals, 30 negative, and it's a negative 31.025.
Well, I got the column, so now what do I do with it?
Okay, so you got the difference column?
Yes.
Okay, so go to, we need the difference first, so hold on, maybe, let me think about this for a second. So you gotta go to Analyze, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, Descriptive Statistics, and Explore.
Okay.
Right.
Then we put the difference in the dependent list.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then push OK. That should give you the mean and stuff, and then you'll have to go back and do the one-sided t-test, or the t-test thing.
So the mean's negative 31.0250.
Yeah.
Gosh. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have all the numbers, Susan, that we have?
So how do you have to, where do you go in for the t-test?
Into Analyze, and then do Compare Means, and do one sample t-test.
Do we have to put anything in the test value?
Nope, because it's 0.
The t is negative 0.407.
Yep.
And then where's the p-value?
That is... Which one is that?
Is that the
P-value is the sig.
scale
Yeah.
test?
Yep.
0.689?
Yep. And because it's two-tailed, then it is the full number.
And if it was
Okay.
1, you divide it by 2.
I don't know what I'm missing that this is so hard. Just
I don't know. I think it's we're all struggling because this
Oh
has
my
been really hard for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
thank you for walking that me through that.
Where are you at right now?
Well, I've got stuff down to 8. Do we reject it or fail to reject it? So since that 689 is greater than what?
0.10.
Oh, from number 3.
Mm-hmm. There are 5.
So we would
Fail.
fail to reject it.
Because the evidence is too great.
Stated in plain English. Very good. And so on 10 it says, suppose your alternative hypothesis is greater than 0. What's the correct decision? We would reject the null hypothesis, right?
Wait, but we'd just be cutting it in half, right? The p-value?
Yeah, but that's still greater than 0.
Oh, right. Well, we've failed to
Well, I thought you said it had to be 1.1 was the null hypothesis.
Okay, so I have a question. Again, so the level of significance, should we have put on all of these things that we're saying?
You're cutting out for me. I don't know what you said at all.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so on the top it says level of significance is 0.1, and that's like the 90 percentile or whatever. So do we have to go back in and like redo it? Because I'm pretty sure mine was on 95%.
I did mine on 90, I think.
Okay, if you did yours on 90, then we should be
Oh.
okay with it.
Ha, never mind. I did it on 95. The last one was on 92.
So
Does that make a difference? Or is that they're just giving us this level of significance for...
I'm not sure.
I think it's the level of... Personally, I think the level of significance is just to base it off of. Because we're not using the...
The level of confidence.
Yes, that thing.
Okay. I just wanted to double check and make sure.
That's just what I think. What does everybody else think? I guess I could go back and see if it makes a difference if I do it in the 90th percentile. Let me try it.
So the p-value for 90th percentile is 0.053. I think. You're just doing a one-sided t-test?
Mm-hmm. My p-value is the same, whether I change it from the 90th percentile or to the 95th percentile.
So
Okay.
won't it stay
Okay.
if we fail to reject the null?
Hold on, Susan, I wasn't listening. So my 95th percentile is 0.689, and my 90th percentile is still 0.689.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome. So all
So
we
I
have
guess
to do is cut it in half and see if it's still over 0.1.
And it is. So we would want to reject the null, right? Because HO is the null, and the null is that it's equal to 0. And it's not. But it's still less than...
But then they're just changing the alternate hypothesis and asking if it's going to be greater than 0.
So I think we would fail to reject it again.
I think so too.
Because it's still over 0.1.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, data B. Are we all pulling up data B now? Because multiple people makes me more confident.
yes.
Yep, here comes mine.
Okay.
So
So we're gonna,
Transform,
yep,
compute variable.
we put group 2
Don't
first.
forget to label your column.
yeah, and then 2 minus 1.
And then tell me what you guys got.
And I got negative 39, negative 22, negative 25,
Mm-hmm.
negative 11. Okay.
Negative 39,
Yep.
negative 22. Oh,
Okay. Number 11. What is greater, N or F? Um,
N is our sample
isn't
size.
so isn't
The degrees of freedom is less.
because it's minus. You minus 1, right?
Yeah. So this is just like a stupid question.
Probably off because it totally did. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay. So does not equal. So this is does not equal is a two-tailed test.
Yep.
Okay. And level second. So search for the p-value. So you come in here and analyze, compare means, one sample. Um, 0.001.
I got 0.001 as well.
yeah, I did too.
And it's 2, 2, so I'm not splitting it.
Wow, that's a low p-value.
And it is, it is,
Reject it.
Reject.
yeah.
Even if it's the same.
It's not the same. It's less.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 0.001. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. You decide to try another alternative hypothesis. This time you use the mean is greater than 0, and you keep the same level of significance. Did the p-value increase or decrease? That would mean that
Does
you
it
cut it in half, so it decreased, right?
decreases?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking, yeah.
And this is still to reject.
Because cutting it in half is still smaller than it was before.
Okay. Assuming the p-value depends on the alternative hypothesis. Setting aside the data in this problem, do you think a general rule can be made? Which alternative hypothesis will give the smallest p-value?
Not enough information?
I think the top one.
No, I think it's not enough information.
Because wouldn't the top one and the third one be the exact same?
Yep, because they're both one-tailed, so they'll be both half of them, right?
I think. These are tricky questions.
I think it's not enough.
I
Yeah,
probably
that's
agree.
Because I agree with Beth in saying that the top and the third, the first and the third are the same. Determine. Is it my problem then?
I think we can both look it up because we're.
What?
I think we're just finding the upper and lower bounds, so we should be able to just go into our.
So lower would be negative 18.605. Is that what you guys got?
I am going into mine right now.
I think I got lost. You have to do analyze
Okay,
statistics or compare means.
so you got negative 18.607.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Asking a question, anybody that'll answer me. You do compare means, and then
For the thing, you need to do analyze, and then go to compare means, and then one sample t-test,
oh,
and then make sure it's at 95% confidence, and then, which it generally kind of is, just on general. I got negative 18.607
That's what I got.
by rounding, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then I got a negative 5.303 for the upper bound.
Yep.
5 point what?
303.
303. Okay.
Negative 5.303.
Oh, and the lower one?
Yeah, that's the low.
No,
That's the
that's
upper. That's the upper bound. Yeah.
Negative 18.607 is the lower bound.
Okay.
This feels like it shouldn't be as hard as we're making it, you guys.
It's just sometimes like when they switch the D and X, you know, it's like they're the same thing, but sometimes it's like, what is that?
Yeah.
So like when it changes it up on us, I think that's when it kind of gets confusing.
Can't we just have all the means just say M, please?
Yeah.
All the standard deviations just have SD like it was before. Okay, so I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, that is.
Wait, yeah, we did figure out number 4. 0.046. Okay.
How confident are we?
Oh, I got it wrong. Well, that's the best I knew how to do. That number 4 question is like, what?
That's all right.
Such is life. That's what we all did. We all did the same thing, so.
Yeah.
But
I
we
wish
got
it
everything else right. That was
I wish
good.
it would have told us the right answer.
I know. Well, guys, we got 95%.
Yep. Not bad.
Not horrible.
Still in the A range, okay? We got this.
That's like
All right.
ruining my 120% I have right now.
Oh my gosh, I've got 115. It's exciting.
Yeah, I told you she was up there. I only got 110. Much better than me. Because when I put in that C one, last week I didn't care. I put in that test and I got a C.